Dua and Minha were two sisters who shared everything, from crayons to dreams. They especially loved art. Their room was always scattered with colored pencils, paintbrushes, and glittery bits of paper. When their school announced an upcoming art exhibition, both girls lit up with excitement. "We should do something big," said Minha. "Yes, a 3D model of a big mosque," Dua said excitedly. For days they worked after school, cutting, gluing, painting. Their mother would often peek in and smile. "My little artists," she'd say. "Just remember, sometimes when things don't go our way, it's because Allah has something better planned." The sisters always nodded, but their eyes stayed fixed on their project. Finally, the night before the exhibition, they were almost done. One final piece remained, a delicate minaret made from paper rolls. But just as Minha reached to place it on the model, her elbow bumped the edge of the table. The entire model wobbled, then tipped. Paint splattered, cardboard bent, the minaret crumpled. For a moment there was only silence. Then Minha let out a sob. Dua covered her mouth, blinking back tears. Their hard work, their masterpiece. It was ruined. "I'm sorry," Minha whispered, trembling. "It's not your fault," Dua said, her voice shaky. Their mother entered the room, eyes softening at the scene. She didn't scold them. Instead, she sat beside them and gently said, "Sometimes when something doesn't go our way, it's because Allah has something better planned." They tried to smile, but their hearts still ached. The next morning, they carried the damaged model to school in a box, their steps slow and heavy. "Do we have to take it?" Minha whispered. "It looks so bad now. Maybe the teacher won't even display it." Dua replied, her voice barely audible. As they entered the exhibition hall, some students turned and stared at their box. Dua's face burned. She held it tighter, almost ready to walk right back out. But before she could, a warm voice called out, "Girls, wait." It was Miss Salma, their art teacher. "I saw your work yesterday after school. It was wonderful. Did something happen?" The sisters slowly opened the box. Miss Salma's face fell for a second, but then she smiled gently. "You two are very talented. How would you feel about helping some of the younger students with their projects? They could really use your guidance." Dua hesitated, but "We came for the competition." Miss Salma placed a hand on her shoulder. "Sometimes helping others is more meaningful than winning." The sisters exchanged a glance. "Okay," said Minha softly. And so they spent the day helping students mix colors, fix paper models, and add final touches. A little girl beamed. "Thank you, Minha. I didn't know how to blend sky colors." "You're welcome," she said, surprised at how good it felt. As the sun dipped lower, a group of students gathered around them and said, "We couldn't have done this without you. Thank you." Dua's heart felt full, not with pride, but something warmer, something peaceful. That evening, as they walked home with their mother, Dua said, "Maybe Allah did have a better plan." Their mother smiled and nodded. "And the Prophet said," added Minha, "whoever helps his brother, Allah will help him." They didn't win an award that day, but they walked home with something even more valuable, a heart full of peace, a lesson in trust, and the joy of helping others. Don't forget to subscribe to Guided Hearts for more inspiring Islamic stories that teach values through imagination and reflection.